County High School Red Devils as they meet the San Juan Broncos. Welcome again, cable TV subscribers, as you watch Bronco football on Channel 13. I'm Jeff Marcel, bringing you the play-by-play. The Grand County Red Devils and the San Juan Broncos matched up in what looks to be a big ball game. Both teams come into the ball game with a record of 2 wins and 2 losses. The Grand County Red Devils lost their opener against Hurricane 42-0. They lost to Moab in their second game 13-7. But since that time, they have been red hot. They shut out Manti 43-0, and last week they shut out South Sevier by a score of 45-0. So the Red Devils are 2-2. The San Juan Broncos also come into this contest with a record of 2 wins and 2 losses. They won their first 2 games at home, a 14-12 decision over Emory in the opener, and a 21-6 decision over the Bloomfield Bobcats, also at home. But since that time, the Broncos have dropped 2 games in a row, both on the road. 27-14, the Broncos lost in Kirtland, and a 42-6 defeat last week in Kanab. And the Broncos come into this game with a record of 2 wins and 2 losses.
Number 77, Brad Shumway.
Again, it's homecoming here at Grand County High School. A lot of spirit. The Red Devils have a new head coach, and football, the program here in Moab seems to be drastically improved from last year. The players, the fans, and the coaches are all excited about the season, and it should be a dandy ball game. As you can see, the Red Devils are in their very colorful red uniforms with white numerals. The Broncos on the far side are in their visiting uniforms with their blue trunks or their blue pants, their white jerseys, blue numerals, and gold helmets. As we get set to get underway, let's set the Bronco offense as they will go on attack. At center will be Craig Swenson. The guards, Perry Berenson and Ben Roberts. The tackles will be Mark Guyman and Corwin Yazzie back in there at the big left tackle. The split end is Jens Nielsen. The tight end is Todd Black. The flanker is Delton Pugh, or short back, whichever you prefer. In the backfield for San Juan, quarterback again, John Raymond. The tailback is Jeff Nielsen, and the fullback is Larry Turk. As we get set for the opening kickoff, let's remind you of some of the top Bronco players that you might be looking for on offense. Jeff Nielsen leads the Broncos in rushing coming into this ball game with 96 yards. Larry Turk second with 84 yards, but that's in only 2 games. And John Raymond, the quarterback, has 79 yards coming into this game. Raymond is passing at a 47% clip coming into this contest. He has 565 yards passing. The leading receiver coming into this game for the Broncos, Jens Nielsen, has caught 17 passes, 315 yards, averaging 18.5 yards per catch. And Todd Black is the second leading receiver entering this ball game. 10 catches, 126 yards, averaging 12.5 yards per reception. The Broncos won the toss, and they will receive, going right to left across your radio dial. San Juan will go on offense first. We've already introduced their starting lineup, and we'll get the Moab defense introduced when the Broncos come up to the line of scrimmage. But right now, we're set for the opening kickoff. Back deep to receive, Jens Nielsen, Delton Pugh, and Paul McDonald. And there's the kick. It comes down to Jens Nielsen at the 5. Nielsen's up to the 10, to the 15, goes to the far side to the 20, to the 25. Jens still on his feet, and he's finally brought down there near the 30-yard line. Jens Nielsen with a fine return for the San Juan Broncos, giving them good field position on their first drive of the ball game. 1st and 10 for San Juan. They'll mark it on the 31-yard line. Let's set the Grand County defense on the front line. It's Ty Carling, Eddie Guerrero, number 50, Brad Shumway, number 77, and Joe Frazier, number 42. The linebackers are Terry Stewart, John Knowles, and Travis Robertson. The secondary, Paul Halstead, Donnie Wells, Dennis Wells, and Ron Dalla. First play from scrimmage. Flags fly, whistles blow, and it will go nowhere. And we'll start again. It's offsides on the Grand County Red Devils. Move the ball up 5 yards, and San Juan has 1st and 5 from their own 36. John Raymond brings the Broncos up to the line on 1st and 5. Jeff Nielsen and Larry Turk in the backfield, along with Delton Pugh, the short back. Raymond hands off to the second man through. That's Larry Turk. Turk has good running room. He's up near the 40-yard line and close to a first down. Larry Turk up the middle for San Juan gets 4 yards. Turk, a 6-foot, 190-pound senior. Second down and 1 yard to go for the San Juan Broncos. Just underway here at Grand County High School in Moab. Jeff Marcel reporting. Second down and short yardage. A good play to work something on. Broncos hand off to Jeff Nielsen, I believe, up the middle. Nielsen's got past the line of scrimmage and gets the first down. Up to the 42-yard line, a 1-yard gain for Jeff Nielsen, but he got the first down. First and 10, the first down of the ball game. San Juan at their own 42. Their offensive line coming into this game averages 180 pounds. The Red Devils' defensive line goes at 165 average. Here's Raymond on the quarterback option. He has a lot of trouble, and he pitches back to Larry Turk, who is dumped in the backfield for about a loss of a couple of yards. One-yard loss for Turk on the carry. Good pursuit by the Red Devil defense. Again, the Bronco offensive line averages 180. The Red Devils defensive line 165. So San Juan averages 15 pounds per man on the up front line. Here's a quick flip out to Jens Nielsen. Breaks one tackle and has a few yards before he's brought down there by Dennis Wells, number 12. This will be about a 6-yard pickup to Jens Nielsen from John Raymond. Just a quick flip out to the split end, and Nielsen almost made something of it. He picks up 6 yards. Third down and 5 for the San Juan Broncos. They're up to their own 47-yard line. Just underway here in Moab. 9:37 left to go in the first quarter. Broncos in the I formation on 3rd and 6. Raymond back to pass. Fires out for Todd Black. Shoestring catch by Black. He's in the secondary to the 40, to the 35, down to the 30. Breaking tackles clear down inside the 30-yard line of Moab. Fine catch and run by number 84, Todd Black of the San Juan Broncos. Big first down catch across the middle. The pass was a little bit low, but Black reached down, caught it on the shoestrings. They marked the ball at the 25-yard line. And that will be a 28-yard pass play from John Raymond to Todd Black, and a first down at the Red Devil 25. Raymond hands off to the second man through. Going up the middle for good yardage is number 32, Jeff Nielsen. Nielsen gets down to the 20, a 5-yard carry on the play. And again, the San Juan Bronco difference in size, that offensive line with that big size advantage is opening up some holes. Nielsen, let's give him 6 yards on the last carry. Second down and 4 for the San Juan Broncos at the 19 of Moab. Raymond hands off to the first man through. Nowhere to go this time for Larry Turk. Fine defensive play there by the Red Devils. Looks like some tempers flare up a little bit on the field there, but everything seems to be okay. Turk might have lost even a yard on the play. 72, Terry Stewart makes the stop. He's a 6'1", 190-pound junior, and he's about the same size as Larry Turk, and they had quite a collision at the 20-yard line. Turk loses a yard on the carry. It's 3rd down and 5 for San Juan at the Red Devil 20. Broncos on their first time from scrimmage, making a good drive out of it. The big play to Todd Black for 28 yards. John Raymond on 3rd and 5. Looks across the middle for Jens Nielsen, overthrown and batted down by Dennis Wells and almost intercepted. That'll bring up a 4th down and 5 situation for the San Juan Broncos at the Red Devil 20-yard line. That's the first incomplete pass for Raymond. He's 2 for 3. Crucial situation here for Coach George Bayless. Will he go for the field goal or try for the punt? Maybe they might even go for it. Let's wait and see. Impressive drive for the San Juan Broncos, 9 plays to this point, and Corwin Yazzie is coming in to attempt a field goal. Well, check that. It will be Todd Black attempting the field goal. Yazzie still has that injured toe. They'll mark it on the 32, and flags fly, and it's going to be a delay of game penalty against San Juan, a very costly penalty. Corwin Yazzie came on the field, the usual Bronco kicker, and there was a mix-up on who was supposed to be in the lineup. Broncos had 12 men on the field, and before Yazzie could lumber off the field, the Broncos are hit for a delay of game penalty. That moves the Broncos back 5 yards. It was already a 42-yarder, and now I believe San Juan will punt. It was already an awfully long field goal, and now the Broncos are back to the 30, and now Corwin Yazzie comes in. No, the Broncos are going for it. They will not punt. It's 4th down and 10 from the 25. Make that. Raymond drops back to pass. Looks down deep for Jens Nielsen, and it's batted away once again by Dennis Wells. A nice defensive play by strong safety Dennis Wells, who's also a pass is incomplete on 4th and 10 from the 25. The pass goes incomplete. Again, the second fine defensive play by Dennis Wells, and the Red Devils take over. 1st and 10 from their own 25. A 10-play drive. Juan Broncos comes away empty, but the Broncos did Red Devils. 1st and 10 for Grand County. Dennis Wells, the quarterback, number 12. The backs are Donnie Wells and Tom Halstead. Moment. Hand off to the first man up to the middle. Big hole for Paul Halstead. He has a touchdown. Up to the 38-yard line. That's a 13-yard carry for Halstead. Halstead, a 5'11", 150-pound senior, number 32, the fullback, explodes up the middle for 35 yards and a first down for Grand County. At the offensive line. At center is John Knowles. The guards are Jay Hawks and Terry Stewart. The tackles are David Arthur and Brad Shumway. The receivers, Travis Robertson, Darren Wells, and Ron Dalla. Dennis Wells. Nice unassisted tackle by Craig Swenson, number 66. Donnie Wells gets 4 yards on the carry. After this play, we'll try and set the 2nd down and 6 for Grand County. Dennis Wells calling signals. Hands off to Donnie Wells. Donnie picks up a couple of yards up past the 45 to the 46. And it's 3rd down and 4 yards to go. Let's set that Bronco defense. A couple of changes on defensive end. The left defensive end in this ball game is Delton Pugh. Mark Guyman starts at the defensive tackle spot. Nose guard David Nielsen. Right tackle is Corwin Yazzie. Right defensive end is David Black. The linebackers, Perry Berenson, Farley Roberts, and Craig Swenson. The secondary, Dale Roberts, Jens Nielsen, and Todd Black. Handoff to Donnie Wells, has a hole, gets the first down into Bronco territory down to around the 42-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds by the secondary of the Broncos, Jens Nielsen and Dale Roberts. Donnie Wells with a big pickup. 47 down to the Broncos 42, and that's an 11-yard pickup for Donnie Wells. Second first down for Grand County. 6:07 left to go in the first quarter of play. Both teams have showed the ability to move the football. The Red Devils are in Bronco territory at the 42. Long count. Pitches out to Donnie Wells. Nowhere to go this time. Blasting through the line was number 71, Mark Guyman, to force the play. Guyman doing a fine job hitting Donnie Wells before he got back to the line of scrimmage. David Nielsen cleaned up the play. Make sure Wells didn't go anywhere. That will be a 2-yard loss. Donnie Wells. Nice defensive play by Mark Guyman and David Nielsen, 2 of the down linemen for the San Juan Broncos. 2nd down and 13. Back at their own 45. Or back at the 45 of San Juan, make that. Backs are in the split formation. Hand off to Halstead. Big hole again. Mark Guyman has an arm on him, but not before Halstead picks up 7 yards right up the middle. Mark Guyman makes the tackle for San Juan. Fine carry by Paul Halstead. 7-yard pickup, and that brings up a 3rd down and 7 yards to go for Grand County at the Bronco 39. Big 3rd down conversion attempt here with 5:09 left to go. No score. The Broncos chewed up a lot of the clock on a 10-play. The drive stalled deep in Red Devil territory. Since that time, Grand County's been on the move. Here's the quarterback, Dennis. Down. And it looks like there might be a penalty flag on the far side. Let's check the penalty flag here. There is a penalty on the play, and it's going to and it's illegal procedure, a 5-yard mark off against Grand County. And instead of 3rd and 7, it's 3rd and 12. This game is brought to you in part by Mussey Self-Service in Montezuma Creek. And from early in the morning until late at night for your shopping convenience. San Juan football is also being sponsored by the Jackson David Bottling Company of Durango. They invite you to have an ice-cold Pepsi right after the game. 3rd and 12 for the Red Devils. Going back to pass for the first time is Dennis Wells. Chasing after him is Delton Pugh. Wells gets away, fires deep downfield. He's got his man. That's number 18, Darren Wells, for a touchdown. But hold everything. A flag is down, and the Red Devils look upset. It might be on Moab. Hold everything. A 44-yard touchdown pass from Dennis Wells to Darren Wells, the tight end, number 18. But a penalty flag is down, and the Red Devils are mad. And it looks like it's going to go against Grand County, and what a tough break for the Red Devils. The penalty is definitely against the Red Devils. No touchdown, and what a big break for the Broncos. A 44-yard touchdown pass from Dennis Wells to Darren Wells. Goes for naught. It's a major 15-yard mark-off. Holding against Grand County High School. Delton Pugh put on a lot of pressure, and Wells was lucky to get it away to Wells. Dennis to Darren. But the 15-yard holding penalty is very costly here. Nullifies a 44-yard touchdown pass. That brings up 3rd down and a long way to go. 3rd and 25 for Grand County at their own 42. That's the 3rd penalty on the Red Devils. And now another passing situation. Dennis Wells drops back to pass, rolls out to the far side, fires downfield across the middle, has his man, Mark Richardson, short of the first down, but a big pickup on the play. A 20-yard pass play. It's 5 yards short of the first down. Dennis Wells to Mark Richardson, number 89, the wide receiver off to the left side. Goes for 20 yards, but still, it's 4th down and 5 yards to go at the Bronco 38. Nice pass play across the middle from Dennis Wells to Mark Richardson. But the penalties were just too costly, and that's what cost the Red Devils on the drive. It was a 9-play drive, and the Red Devils showed that they can move the football on the Broncos. Both teams moved the football in their first drives. Neither team came away with any points. Back to punt now is Terry Stewart, number 72, hangs it high. Delton Pugh comes underneath it, calls no fair catch, and is hit there immediately by Donnie Wells, number 20. Risky play there by Delton Pugh. Elected not to take the fair catch and was hit right as he caught the ball. And the Broncos will once again start on offense. 1st and 10, deep in their own territory. It's marked at the 13-yard line. Both teams with very impressive drives on their first possessions, but neither team has scored with 2:45 left to go in the first quarter. Broncos on the attack now, 1st and 10 from their own 13. Very fast-paced first quarter. Raymond hands off to the second man through. Larry Turk cuts it to the outside. Flags fly, and Turk is going for just short yardage to the outside before the pursuit of Dennis Wells catches up for the Red Devils, but a flag is down on the play. For the biggest selection of Indian arts and crafts in the Southwest, visit Blue Mountain Trading Post, south of Blanding. They are helping to bring you this San Juan football game on KUTA. Bronco football is also brought to you by the Payday Drugstore in Blanding. Payday Drug stocks gift ideas for all occasions, as well as the right card to accompany that gift. That's the Payday Drugstore, another Bronco booster. Looks like the infraction will work against the San Juan Broncos. We haven't received the indication, but it's half the distance to the goal line. It's holding on San Juan. Luckily for San Juan, they got half the distance, and it only resulted in a 6-yard penalty instead of 15. So it's 1st and 16 for San Juan, way back at their own 7-yard line. Raymond hands off to the first man up the middle is Larry Turk. He stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Fine defensive play by Eddie Guerrero, number 50. It looks to me like the Red Devils are definitely keying on Larry Turk. Seems like as soon as Turk gets the football, several Red Devils are right there. And Turk got no yardage on the carry. And they have really stopped big Larry Turk. He's carried 4 times for only 2 yards. 2nd down and 16 yards to go. San Juan needs to move the football out of this hole, or the Red Devils would get excellent field position. 2nd and 16 from their own 7. Raymond calling signals. Hands off on a reverse to Jens Nielsen. He has some running room around the far side. Another flag is down, however, and a fine open field tackle by Dennis Wells. Dennis Wells, quite likely, is a 80-pound senior. The strong safety and the quarterback for the Red Devils has looked very impressive here in the first quarter. Looked like Jens Nielsen had a lot of running room on the wide receiver reverse. But Wells made a fine unassisted tackle on Jens Nielsen well before he picked up the first down. Jens did get up to about the 15-yard line. He picked up good yardage on the reverse despite Wells' fine tackle, but a penalty flag is down once again, and again it looks to be against the Broncos.
Jennifer.
So that play will not count, and the Broncos will move it again half the distance to the goal line, and that puts San Juan back on the 3-yard line. That's only a 3-yard penalty, again, even though it's a holding penalty. San Juan's had 2 15-yard holding penalties that have resulted in 6 and 3-yard penalties because they are so close to their goal line. 2nd down and 19 yards to go for the Broncos on their own 3. And here's where you've got to hang on to that football. Raymond drops back to pass. Big rush is on across the middle. It's intended for Jens Nielsen. Makes a great catch across the middle, and that's good for a first down up to the 28-yard line. 25-yard pass play from John Raymond to Jens Nielsen, and Nielsen was covered like a blanket. He leaped up among the defenders and pulled down the pass play. Raymond is now 3 out of 5 through the air, and that goes from the 3 up to the 28, a 25-yard play. Jens Nielsen has caught 19 passes this year. Came into this game with 315 yards in receptions. Fine play by Jens Nielsen and an excellent pass by Raymond. He got it up where Nielsen could use his jumping ability to get away from the receivers. 1st and 10, number 3 for San Juan as they have the ball at their own 28. Now they've got some running room. Raymond on the quarterback option is stopped for little gain as he goes around the far side on the sweep. Brad Shumway on the stop for the Red Devils, number 77. And Raymond will get 3 yards on the carry. 31 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and what a rapidly paced first quarter. No turnovers. Been a very clean ball game. Both teams have played ball control as the clock has hardly even stopped in the entire first quarter of play. 2nd down and 7 now. Raymond bootlegging it to this side. Has a little bit of running room. Cuts upfield. Has good yardage up to the 40-yard line. A first down. John Raymond with a 7-yard carry on the quarterback option. Gets the first down up to the 40-yard line for the Broncos. That's the 4th first down of the game for San Juan, and they continue to move the football against the Red Devils. 9 seconds left to go in the first quarter. This is only the 2nd possession of the quarter for the Broncos. The Red Devils have only held the football once. They traveled nine plays. And there's the gun, as you probably heard, right in my ear. And that's the end of the first quarter of play. With no score on the board here at homecoming at Grand County High School. Both teams have showed the ability to move the football, yet neither team has put any points on the board. After 1 quarter, still no score. Lyman Truck Line is one of this year's Bronco football sponsors. You can always depend on your packages arriving at their destination quickly and safely when you send them on Lyman Truck Line. Again, after 1 quarter of play here at Grand County High School in Moab, it's the Broncos nothing and the Red Devils nothing. I'm Jeff Marcel reporting for 79 KUTA. As we start the second quarter, John Raymond hands off to Larry Turk. Big hole. He's in the secondary to the 40. Turk turns on the speed. He's in the clear. Can he make it to the goal line? Yes. Larry Turk with a touchdown, but a flag is down. Hold everything. A 60-yard touchdown run for Larry Turk, but wait for the indication of the flag. John Raymond is furious, and it looks to be against the Broncos. Larry Turk, 6 foot, 190-pound senior, showed that he has speed to go along with his size. A 60-yard scamper, but hold everything. It looks to be coming back. And now both teams have had touchdowns called back on big, exciting plays. And now we're all even. Larry Turk pulling up the middle, broke several tackles, 60-yard scoring play, but it will come back. No touchdown. And now the Broncos have lost a touchdown, and the Red Devils have lost a touchdown. The Red Devils was a 44-yard touchdown pass that called back on a holding penalty. The San Juan 60-yard touchdown run by Larry Turk comes back, and it's only a 5-yard penalty, a legal procedure. And that really hurts. Such an irrelevant penalty, costing the Broncos a 60-yard touchdown. Larry Turk has to feel terrible. A very nice run for Turk. Broke 3 or 4 tackles and then turned on the speed, but it's all for naught. 1st and 15 for San Juan at their own 35. Handoff on a slight reverse, inside reverse. Looks like Delton Pugh gets the call. Picks up about 3 yards on the carry. It was Delton Pugh, number 83. He gets 3 yards on the carry. It's 2nd down and 12 now for San Juan, and they're at their own 38. Raymond brings the Broncos on the attack on 2nd down and 12 from their own 38. John drops back to pass, looks down the far sideline for skinny Nielsen, and it's broken up nicely there. Good coverage by the secondary of the Grand County Red Devils. Ron Dalla and Dennis Wells were right there on number 1, skinny Nielsen. Raymond is now 3 out of 6 through the air, and the Broncos are faced with a tough 3rd and 12. 10:52 left to go in the first half. No score. Jeff Marcel reporting from Grand County High School in Moab, where it is homecoming for the Red Devils. 3rd and 12. Broncos with a full house backfield. Delton Pugh is also back there with Nielsen and Turk. Raymond in a passing situation. Hands off to Jeff Nielsen, sweeping the left side. Breaks through several tackles and gets a good gain, but short of the 1st down. Jeff Nielsen gets up to the 47-yard line. That's a 9-yard carry, but it's short of the 1st down. That brings up a 4th and 5 for the Broncos at their own 46, and that brings on big Corwin Yazzie, their punter. Yazzie, a 6'1", 210-pound senior, and he's an excellent punter. Takes the snap from Swenson. Yazzie drops the football, no rushes on, and Yazzie still gets away a fairly decent kick. Donnie Wells settles underneath it, calls the fair catch, and sitting on his wallet, he makes the fair catch at the 25. Corwin Yazzie kept his composure. A beautiful snap from Quake Swenson, and Yazzie just dropped the football. The big lineman not used to handling the football that much, but he still got away a very nice punt, and the Red Devils will start 1st and 10. They'll mark it at the 26, where Donnie Wells took the fair catch, sitting on his wallet. 10:09 left to go in the first half, no score, and believe it or not, this is only the 2nd time the Red Devils have got their hands on the football. Hand off to Donnie Wells, sweeping this side. Todd Black covers the play nicely. Todd Black makes the play. David Black also in there, forcing the play back inside where Todd Black made the defensive stop. The right cornerback coming up from his secondary position, and that's a 1-yard pickup for Donnie Wells, who's carried 5 times for 16 yards so far. That last Bronco drive covered a total of 10 plays before they had to punt, and a very fine drive again for the Broncos. But a penalty was very costly in that drive, of course, calling back the 60-yard touchdown run by Larry Turk. Score should be all tied, a touchdown apiece. Both teams have had touchdowns called back because of penalties. And another penalty is thrown here. Offside goes against the Broncos. They have 25 yards in penalties, and so do the Red Devils, 25. 2nd down and 4 for the Red Devils now at their own 32. Still no score with 9:23 left to go in the first half. Dennis Wells brings the Red Devils to the line. The backs are in the I formation. Instead, that's Donnie Wells getting the pitch. Yazzie's after him, gets away from Yazzie, but can't get away from Craig Swenson. Craig Swenson makes a nice defensive play. Credit to Corwin Yazzie, and forced the ball on Donnie Wells. Make the stop. That's a big loss of 7 yards for Donnie Wells. That brings the 5-yard line. Big 3rd down play here. Dennis Wells in a passing situation. Mix up in the backfield before they even got the handoff there. How do you do? Delton Pugh is right there. Craig Swenson once again playing number 83 playing defense at left defensive end. 6 foot 165-pound senior right in there, as was Craig Swenson, the linebacker, 5'9", 165 junior. And that's another 3-yard loss for Donnie Wells. And it's 4th down and about 13 yards to go for the Red Devils. Charge there, led by Craig Swenson of the Broncos. And now an encroachment penalty will be called against San Juan's David Black. They'll mark it up 5 yards. We'll give Terry Stewart a little more breathing room to punt the ball away. That is the 6th penalty on the San Juan Broncos. Turnovers in the ball game, and San Juan's games so far this year have featured a lot of turnovers by both teams, but so far snap. Broncos will have it 1st and 10 deep in the Red Devil territory. Perry Berenson breaking through on the bad snap from center. And the Broncos have the ball 1st and 10 inside the Red Devil 20-yard line. And right as I say, we've got a clean football game with no turnovers. We get the first turnover of the ball game, and a big one it is. 1st and 10 for San Juan. They mark it at the 18 of Grand County. John Raymond calling signals for the San Juan Broncos now. Turns on the speed, has good running room, but again making the stop is Wells, coming up from the strong safety position. And making looks like Jeff Nielsen had a lot of running room, but it turns out he only gets 3 yards on the carry, thanks to a fine tackle in the clear. Wells once again. Jeff Nielsen has now carried 4 times for 19 yards. Dennis Wells, a big, strong safety, 6'1", 180. And has the speed, too. He's their quarterback. And now the Broncos are moving in the backfield, and this will cost them 5. 6:59 left going first half. Still no score. Both teams have had touchdowns called back here in the first half. Exciting plays. Another against the Broncos. That is their 7th. Second down and 12 now. Broncos. John Raymond right at the line of scrimmage and pushed back by Dave Stewart, or Terry Stewart, number 72. Jeff Nielsen picks up a couple of yards before being stopped. 3 yards. 9 for the Broncos. Big 3rd down play here. Very effectively. San Juan trying to capitalize on drops back for Todd Black. He can't make a tough catch attempt across the middle. Good coverage. Raymond overthrew it just a little bit. Black got a hand on it, couldn't bring it down. And a very tough catch. Situation for the San Juan Broncos, and they're at the Grand County 19. Broncos will go ahead and go for it. When they try a long field goal, it's at the 19. And Todd Black, number 84, is on. The ball is marked at the 25, and he's going to attempt a 35. Todd Black on. Raymond holds. Good snap. It's put down. Black gets it off. It's long enough, and it is good. 35-yard field goal, and the Broncos are on the board. They lead it 3-0. Nice kick by Todd Black, who, by the way, is the backup kicker to Corwin Yazzie, who's been troubled all season with that toe injury on his right kicking foot, and he has been unable to do the field goal and kicking off for the Broncos. But Todd Black comes on here. A very nice kick from 35 yards out. Got it there in plenty good shape and through the uprights. And San Juan jumps out in front, 3-0. .5:58 left to go in the second quarter. So the San Juan Broncos do capitalize on the fine defensive play by Perry Berenson, tackling the punter after a bad snap. The only turnover of the ball game, and San Juan leads it 3-0. Stacy Yazzie, just a freshman, number 73, will tee it up for the Broncos. The left footer gets it away. A nice low line driver. Bounces in front of the return man, Donnie Wells. Wells is to the 20, cuts to the outside. Dale Roberts trips up Donnie Wells, also there for the Broncos. Dale Roberts making a nice defensive play. And the Red Devils will start 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. For the Red Devils, their offensive line averages 177 pounds per man. The Bronco defensive line averages 169. So both teams have the advantage on offense as far as the line size goes. First handoff up the middle to Donnie Wells. Breaks through a couple of tackles. Gets good yardage before being stopped there by Farley Roberts and Perry Berenson. But Donnie Wells picks up pretty good yardage, a pickup of 7 yards up to the 32. Donnie Wells has carried 8 times for a total of 13 yards. At one stretch, he carried the ball 4 straight times for negative yardage after a couple of big runs in the first quarter. 2nd down and 3 for the Red Devils at their own 32. Dennis Wells hands off to Halstead. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage by David Nielsen and David Black. Also in there, Farley Roberts, number 61. But the Broncos had that play covered very nicely, but it's still a pickup of 3 yards for Halstead on his forward progress. I didn't think he got that much yardage, but Halstead did pick up the first down. 3rd first down of the game for the Red Devils. 1st and 10 right at their 35. So despite 3 nice defensive plays by the Broncos, Halstead, or 3 fine tackles by 3 individuals, the Broncos still give up the first down. Number 76, Kamika Fisher, into the ball game now for San Juan. It's a pitch out to Donnie Wells. Tries to turn the corner, gets out of the wrap. The grasps of Perry Berenson. Corner for another fine pickup for Donnie Wells. 5-yard carry if they mark it at the 40. Perry Berenson just didn't quite get Wells before he turned the corner, and that's a 5-yard carry for Donnie Wells. Again, the Red Devils moving the football, despite the fact with 4 minutes left to go in the first half, we have no score on the board for Grand County. This is only their 3rd possession of the ball game. 2nd down and 5 from the 40 for Grand County. Backs in the I formation. Dennis Wells drops back to pass. The rush is on. Fired downfield for Darren Wells. A diving interception by Jens Nielsen. Did he hang on? No. Jens Nielsen, a diving attempt for the interception, couldn't quite hang on, but a nice defensive play nevertheless by the Broncos' strong safety, number 48. The pass was intended for Darren Wells, number 18, the tight end, who caught that 44-yard touchdown pass that was called back because of the holding penalty. Dennis Wells is now 1 for 2, as the Red Devils have been pretty much keeping it on the ground behind Donnie Wells and Paul Halstead. 3rd down and 5 from their own 40 for Grand County. 3:44 left to go in the first half. This ball game moving along very rapidly as both teams are keeping it on the ground, and the clock is rolling right along. Handoff up the middle to Donnie Wells. He's traveling toward the first down. He has the first down up to the 45-yard line. Well, they mark it right at the 45. This will be close, and in fact, we might have a measurement, but Donnie Wells picks up 5 yards on the carry. It's very close. In fact, well, they will not measure. The referee eyes it over and says that's a first down. First down number 4 for the Red Devils. And Grand County is at their own 45-yard line now, continuing to move the football. 3:29 left to go in the first half. 3-0 Broncos on a 35-yard field goal by Todd Black, number 84. Jeff Marcel reporting as you watch Bronco football here on KUTA and Blue Mountain Cable TV, Channel 13, or as you listen on KUTA as we do the simulcast. 1st and 10 from their own 45 for the Red Devils in their bright red uniforms. Pass across the middle, batted down and almost intercepted by Farley Roberts. Heads up play by Roberts. He thought he should have had the interception, kind of upset at himself. But on a play like that, a quickie across the middle, Roberts did a good job just to knock it down. 5'9", 140-pound junior linebacker Farley Roberts bats that ball away, and it's an incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10 for the Red Devils. Grand County has been able to move the football, but no points on the board as the Bronco defense is bending but not breaking. 2nd and 10 now. Broncos show blitz. Farley Roberts looks like he might be coming on the play. Dennis Wells hands off to Donnie Wells. Wells breaks a couple of tackles. Should have been stopped for a loss, but picks up good yardage. Donnie Wells picks up a couple of yards after it looked like he might be stopped for a 3-yard loss. He picks up 2 yards. That's his 11th carry of the first half for 25 yards. 3rd down and 6, or make that 7. 3rd and 7 for the Red Devils. Dennis Wells calling signals on a 3rd down and 7. Big play here for the Red Devils. Travis Robertson and Ron Dalla come to the near side. Handoff up the middle. Big hole for Donnie Wells. He has the first down. He has a lot more running room. Jens Nielsen will make the play, but not before Donnie Wells is clear down to the Bronco 30-yard line. That's a 23-yard carry for Donnie Wells. And the Broncos, I believe, were looking for the pass. On 3rd down and a long 7, the Red Devils crossed up the Bronco defense on a trap play to Donnie Wells. A slight delay there. And Donnie Wells rumbles for 23 yards and a first down. 1st and 10 for Grand County at the Bronco 30-yard line. Again, the Red Devils continue to move the football. If the Broncos can just continue to hold on in the key situations. That was a big Red Devils. 1st and 10 at the Bronco 30. Handoff to Donnie Wells. Once again, he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. Kamika Fisher is on top. The man hitting Wells down low, let's wait till they unpile. Making a fine tackle was David Nielsen. No, Farley Roberts, number 61. Farley Roberts made the stop. Wells gets 3 yards on the carry. He was hit right at the line of scrimmage, but fell forward for 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 at the Bronco 27. Quarterback sneak for Dennis Wells. Has some running room. Breaks through the secondary, and he's down to the Bronco 10. Dennis Wells, quite an athlete. 6'1", 180-pound senior. Saw an opening in the Bronco defense. Called the audible. And on 2nd and 7, took the quarterback keeper. And gets 17 yards down to the Bronco 10. First carry for Dennis Wells. He has showed us his speed and agility on defense, and now a fine offensive run showing the speed there. 17-yard carry and first down number 6 for the Red Devils, who are now at 1st and goal to goal. Dennis Wells calling signals for the Red Devils. Hands off to Halstead. He's hit in the backfield and scrambles forward back across the line of scrimmage before stopped there by Delton Pugh, making a fine defensive play. Delton Pugh hits Halstead in the backfield. Halstead fell forward and got back on the scrimmage for no gain. Give the credit to Delton Pugh, the left defensive end for the Broncos, clogging up that play. And a 2nd down and goal to goal for the Red Devils at the Bronco 9-yard line. With 1:42 left to go in the first half of play, the score San Juan 3, Grand County nothing. I'm Jeff Marcel reporting for 79 KUTA. The Grand County Broncos on an impressive drive here late in the first. This started so far has went 12 plays as the Red Devils have called the timeout. Make sure they got it straight. 1:42 left to go in the first half. 2nd down and goal from the 9 for the Red Devils. Dennis Wells hands off to in the middle. Big Corwin Yazzie, 6 foot, 210-pound tackle. Stopped Donnie Wells at the line of scrimmage. Wells plunges forward, maybe got a yard. And it's 3rd down and goal to goal for the Grand County Red Devils. at about the 7-yard line of San Juan. 1:19 left to go, but the Red Devils still have a couple of timeouts to work with, so the clock isn't that big of a factor here. 3rd and goal. Hand off to Donnie Wells again up the middle. Has some running room behind the offensive line. The surge went forward that time. Wells got inside the 5, down to about the 2-yard line, and the Red Devils call a timeout there. Donnie Wells right up the middle behind John Knowles, Terry Stewart, and Jimmy Hawks. The middle of that offensive line. Donnie Wells picks up 3 yards on the carry. And that will make it 4th down and goal to goal for the Grand County Red Devils at the Bronco 2-yard line. And they have called yet another timeout. And this is a very big play in this ball game. This game is brought to you in part by the Utah Navajo Development Council. UNDC is striving for continued progress in education and employment for Utah Navajos. San Juan football is also being sponsored by the Blanding Home Center. For all of your hardware, plumbing, houseware, and painting needs, visit the Blanding Home Center. Red Devils discussing what play they want to use. They've been getting an offensive surge from their front line, and now on 4th and goal from the Bronco 2, the biggest play of the ball game, for sure of the first half, could be the biggest play of the entire ball game. 4th and 2 from the Bronco 2. Hand off to Donnie Wells. He stopped. I don't believe he got in. Great defensive play there by San Juan Broncos number 36, Larry Turk. What's he doing in there on defense? Larry Turk sneaks off the bench, the big fullback for the Broncos, comes in to make a key defensive play on defense. Larry Turk hasn't played defense all year, but he gets in there on this play and makes the play of the game on 4th and goal from the 2. The handoff up the middle to Donnie Wells goes nowhere. Stopped right on the 2 for no gain, and San Juan takes over. 1st and 10 on their own 2. Handoff to Larry Turk, who made that great defensive play, and he bangs out of the shadow of his own goal line. And San Juan should run out the clock. 39 seconds left to go in the first half. And a very big goal line stand there for San Juan. The Red Devils had 1st and goal inside the 10. That was a 15-play drive for the Red Devils, and it stalled on the Bronco 2. Larry Turk got 4 yards on that last carry. It's 2nd down and 6 from the Broncos' own 6-yard line. John Raymond, a long count, trying to work on that clock a little bit. Quarterback keeper up the middle. 9 seconds left to go in the first half. Raymond on a quarterback sneak gets a couple of yards. Now they signal for a timeout with only 3 seconds left to go in the first half. And I believe that timeout was called by the Red Devils. They want to make sure they have some time just in case the Broncos could fumble the football here, and the Red Devils would have one more chance to get the score in before the end of the first half. 3 seconds left to go in the first half. Broncos lead it 3-0 in a very misleading ball game. It's been a very fast-moving offensive matchup despite the low score. Both teams have had touchdowns called back. Both teams have moved the football very effectively. Yet we do have a low-scoring ball game at 3-0. For expert service on mufflers and exhaust systems, contact Causeway Service, your Shell station in Blanding. They are helping to bring you this San Juan football game right here on KUTA. That's Causeway Shell, your Shell station on the north edge of Blanding. John Raymond should take the snap from Craig Swenson and just fall on the football here, and that would do it for the first half of play. Raymond goes back to pass. He's looking deep downfield. The Broncos go for broke. It's intercepted by Dennis Wells. He's at the 20, running back. He's to the 15-yard line. He's to the 10, 5, and he's shot short of the goal line. He does not get in, and that's the end of the first half of play. And what a very risky play there, called by Coach George Bayless in the huddle. Instead of taking the sure thing and falling on the football, the Broncos go for a long touchdown pass on the last play, hoping to catch the Red Devils off guard. It did not work, and it almost cost the Broncos a touchdown as Dennis Wells ran it back to about the 5-yard line before finally being stopped just short of the goal line. And luckily for San Juan, they escaped disaster there. And at the end of the first half of play, the Broncos hang on to their 3-0 lead. We'll wrap up all the first half statistics and have all the second half play-by-play action when we come back in just a moment. I'm Jeff Marcel reporting for 79 KUTA. Welcome back to second half football action here at Grand County High School in Moab as the Broncos come back on the field after 1 half of play. San Juan 3, Grand County 9. Let's wrap up the first half statistics for you. Total yardage was almost dead even. The Red Devils holding a slight advantage, 115 yards total offense. 95 rushing, 20 passing. They had 6 first downs. For the Broncos, 103 yards total offense, 59 passing, 44 rushing. Teams had 1 turnover. Very well played, a briskly moving first half. San Juan in 3-0 by the Broncos had 4 first downs in the first half. Looking at some individual numbers, 16 carries for 55 yards in the first half. Paul Halstead, 4 carries for 23 yards. Quarterback Dennis Wells was 1 for 3 passing. That completion was a 20-yard play over the middle to Edgerson. For the San Juan Bronco, Jeff Nielsen has 22 yards rushing, 5 carries. Larry Turk has 5 carries. 6 yards is and dropping down Turk, and John Adams carried the ball 3 times for 13 yards. For 3 yards. John Raymond is 1 interception, which is on the final play of the first half, which almost cost the Broncos a touchdown. 3 to James Nielsen, 31 yards, and the other 28-yard pass play to the Royalty and festivities took place here at High School in Moab. As we get set for the start of the second half, let's tell you that San Juan Bronco football is brought to you by Southern Utah Industries. The employees at Southern Utah Industries, apparel manufacturing plants, and printing, take pride in their quality work. Chamberlain Construction and Manufacturing and Branding is also one of this year's sponsors. Find out how you can cut your utility costs into fractions of the normal cost using solar energy. Call your solar specialists, Chamberlain Construction and Manufacturing. Football as we get set for the start of the second half. 73 Stacey Ozzie. The Grand County Red Devils will go as first in the third quarter. The Red Devils had the ball 3 times. One drive went 8 plays and the next drive was 4 plays. That was the costly turnover. Snap and the next drive went 73 yards, 15 plays, and stalled at the 2. And that's the difference in the ball game as the Broncos goal line stand has them still out in front with the shutout, 3-0. Here's the kickoff. Deep downfield, taking it for the Red Devils is Travis Robertson. And Robertson has some good running room up near the 30-yard line before he's finally brought down there by the Broncos special team. Chris Barfus, number 85, makes the stop for the San Juan Broncos. And the Red Devils start 1st and 10 right on the 30-yard line. Jeff Marcel reporting as we do a simulcast for 79 KUTA Sports and Channel 13 on Blue Mountain Cable TV. Dennis Wells, the fine athlete at quarterback with the backs in the I formation. Donnie Wells and Halstead. This is Halstead up the middle, first man through, dives for 6 yards and a good carry. Corwin Yazzie tripped him up after a couple of yards, and Halstead on a fine second effort dove for what proves to be a 6-yard carry. 2nd down and 4 yards to go for the Red Devils from their own 36. Grand County moved the football very effectively in the first half. San Juan trying to clamp down on defense. Handoff up the middle to Donnie Wells. Wells is hit before first down yardage by Craig Swenson and Mark Guyman. And that's a carry of 2 yards for Donnie Wells. 3rd down and 3 yards to go for the Red Devils at their own 37. It's actually a short 3 yards, more about 2.5. Wells brings the Red Devils up to the attack on 3rd down and a short 3. Handoff to Halstead. He busts through the line for a 1st down. Craig Swenson makes the stop for the San Juan Broncos, as well as Perry Berenson also in there to help out. 1st down number 7 for Grand County, and that was a 4-yard carry for Paul Halstead. And the Red Devils continue to move the football against the Bronco defense. But again, there are no points on the board for Grand County. The Broncos continue to bend but not break. 1st and 10 for Grand County at their own 43. Dennis Wells calling signals, backs in the I formation. Handoff, first man through, Paul Halstead. Halstead is up across the 45-yard line, up to the 47. That's a carry of 4 yards for Halstead. 2nd down and 6 as the Red Devils continue to move the football. Just underway in the 3rd quarter, first possession by either team. The Red Devils on the move. Dennis Wells hands off to Donnie Wells. Wells carries tacklers and gets close to a 1st down before he's stopped by number 33, David Black. And he'll be about 3 yards shy of the 1st down. That's a 3-yard carry for Donnie Wells. Donnie Wells has carried the football 18 times in this ball game, and he could be tiring when we get to the 4th quarter. 3rd down and 3, another big play here at the Bronco 49 for Grand County. Hand off to Halstead. He's hit hard, scrambles near the 1st down marker. Mark Guyman again in on the play. Craig Swenson had a hand on Halstead, and this will be very close to a 1st down. A 3-yard carry for Halstead, and it's close enough that we will have a measurement right here. On 3rd down and 3, Halstead picks up 3, and let's measure for the 1st down. This game is brought to you in part by Farabee Automotive. The expert mechanics at Farabee Automotive in Blanding can tackle even the toughest of mechanical problems. Let's watch them stretch the chains, and it's going to be short by about 7 or 8 inches. 4th down for the Grand County Red Devils at the Bronco 47, 4th and inches. And now let's wait and see how the Red Devils play this. Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and inches. Big play here. Broncos would have excellent field position if they can hold right here. But the Red Devils' offensive line has been pushing the defensive line back of San Juan. And you would think that the Red Devils should be able to pick up a couple of inches on this play. Dennis Wells calling signals. Quick snap. Quarterback sneak right up the middle behind center John Knowles. Whistles blow, flags fly. Dennis Wells had plenty of room for the 1st down, picked up about 3 yards, but I believed Wells might have moved before the snap of the football. And if that's the case, the Red Devils would have to punt, and the Red Devils are marching backwards 5 yards. Big penalty there against the Red Devils on 4th and inches. Now it's 4th down, 5 yards and inches. And now it looks like they're going to have to punt. And a very costly penalty on Grand County. The Red Devils have 30 yards in penalties on 4 penalties. The Broncos have 7 penalties, but 35 yards. Terry Stewart, number 72, comes on to do the punting. Jens Nielsen and Delton Pugh drop back for the Broncos. Terry Stewart kicks off a high kick. It's rather short. Delton Pugh has to come way up to get it, and he is interfered with before he can get to the football. That'll be a penalty, and a major penalty on the Red Devils. A very high short kick. Delton Pugh had to get on his horse and come up hard to get to the football. And good concentration by Delton to keep his eye on the football. And he collided with the Red Devil before he got his hands on the ball. And that will be a mark-off against Grand County. This gives us a chance while they're talking about the penalty to reset the Bronco offense for you. The center is 5'9", 165-pound junior Craig Swenson, number 66. Left guard is Ben Roberts, a 6', 155-pound junior. Right guard is Perry Berenson, 6'3", 190 senior. The right tackle is Mark Diamond, 6'3", 180 senior. The left tackle is Big Corwin Yazzie, number 77, 6'1", 210 senior. The wide receivers, Todd Black at tight end, and Jens Nielsen at split end. The flanker is Delton Pugh, the quarterback John Raymond, the tailback is Jeff Nielsen, and the fullback is Larry Turk. And look at the distance of this penalty. Well, wait a minute. They might want to re-kick this penalty. Evidently, the Broncos have the option either to take it from the point of the infraction or have the Red Devils re-kick it. And surprisingly enough, the Broncos are having the Red Devils re-kick it, even though Stewart's kick was very high and very short. But I believe Coach Bayless's strategy here is let's give Delton Pugh and Jens Nielsen a chance to rattle off a long return here. Delton Pugh has scored 2 touchdowns, an 80 and an 85-yard kickoff return this season already. Here's the snap back to Stewart. Stewart gives off another high, short kick. Settling underneath it with the fair catch is Delton Pugh. Delton Pugh makes a move for the football. If the football hit Pugh, the Pugh is just down there where the Broncos have it. Football. Be a turnover on San Juan. Penalty is against the Broncos. San Juan should have taken the ball. Again, a very high shot. Delton Pugh came up, caught the fair catch, to the football, toward the ground, took a bad hop, hit his leg, and the Red Devils have recovered. First and 10 at the Bronco, 34. Dennis Wells, Donnie Wells, Donnie, that is, carries for about 4 yards. Turnover number 2 on the San Juan Broncos. And first cost of the last turnover was the interception. The clock ran out in the first half. Broncos trying for the last-second touchdown there. And almost gave up a touchdown the other way as Dennis Wells intercepted and it back almost for a touchdown. Dennis Wells, a quick over the middle, intended for Devils, and it was incomplete. Gala, intended receiver, the fielder, number 24. And it's 3rd down and 6. Pass attempt for Dennis Wells. 7:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. Broncos out in front, 3-0. Move, however, after the Bronco turnover. 6 at the Bronco 30. Big third play. Dennis Wells, long count, trying to draw the Broncos offside. Now pitches this side. Wells has a hole, and he's up near the first down, I believe, at the Bronco 23. That's a 7-yard pickup for Don. Very close to a first down. 23 and Wells 23. Another close 3rd down conversion. And we might have a 7-yard carry for Donnie Wells, who has carried the football 2 times for 71 yards. Center football is by Energy Fuels. Management Energy Fuels would like to wish the Broncos good luck in the football season. First down number 8 for the Red Devils, and Grand County is in pretty good shape here. 1st and 10 at the Bronco 23-yard line. Again, to keep you straight on all the Wells, Dennis Wells is the quarterback. He's a senior. Donnie Wells, number 20, is a junior tailback, and Darren Wells is the tight end. He is a sophomore. Red Devils knocking on the door. 1st and 10 at the Bronco 23. Dennis Wells calling signals. Pitches out left side to Donnie Wells. Donnie turns on the speed and turns the corner. Has near first down yardage down around the 10-yard line of San Juan. Fine run to the far side. Turning the corner, Donnie Wells, number 20. Even though he has 20 carries, he isn't slowing down. Nice carry by Donnie Wells. Let's see if they get him the first down. And it is an 11-yard carry for Donnie Wells. First down number 9 for the Grand County Red Devils. Suddenly they have 9 first downs to the Broncos 4. Both teams had touchdowns called back in the first half. Larry Turk exploded for a 60-yard touchdown run. That was called back, illegal procedure. The Red Devils had a 44-yard touchdown pass from Dennis to Darren Wells. That was called back on a holding penalty. Here's Dennis Wells rolling, looking in the end zone. Intended for Robertson, and he catches the ball on a beautiful diving catch, but out of bounds. No touchdown. Fine pass by Dennis Wells into the end zone for Travis Robertson. Robertson made a diving catch, but clearly out of the end zone. He didn't get either foot in. In fact, when he left his feet, he was out of the end zone, and he just ran out of real estate. But a penalty flag is down, so hold everything. The referees are talking with the Broncos. Looks like another mark off against the Red Devils. Could be a clipping penalty. It's an ineligible receiver downfield. The penalty is an ineligible receiver downfield for the Grand County Red Devils. So even if Robertson would have caught the football in the end zone, that would have been called back. That's a 10-yard penalty. And it's first down. No, that's a 15-yard penalty. It comes back to the 25. Hand off to Donnie Wells. Hit hard there. Nice defensive play by Craig Swenson, and Perry Berenson put on a very hard hit after Swenson had Donnie Wells around the legs. Big Perry Berenson came through with a very tough hit. 6'3", 190-pound senior Perry Berenson. No gain on the play for Donnie Wells. And again, another costly penalty against the Grand County Red Devils. Second down and 26 yards to go for Grand County. They can get a first down at about the 1-yard line. Dennis Wells drops back to pass, looks down the left side. Out there, he's got a man, and it's just overthrown. Travis Robertson, the intended receiver, 5'8", 155-pound senior, had a little opening on Jens Nielsen, the strong safety. Had Jens by a step. The pass was just overthrown, and Travis Robertson can't come up with an acrobatic catch in the end zone. And it's third down and 26 yards to go for the Red Devils at the Bronco 26. Again, it's not goal to goal. They can get a first down around the goal line, but it's third and 26 at the 26 for all intents and purposes. Big play here. Again, the Broncos leading 3-0. Blitz is on. Here comes Farley Roberts, but a screen is set up. Nice catch by Darren Wells. A big wall set up. He's going down to the Bronco 10-yard line, short of the first down. But a very well-executed play by the Red Devils. The blitz was on. Farley Roberts was coming hard, and a perfect play against the blitz, the screen. That play goes down to the 6-yard line of San Juan. That's a 20-yard pass play from Dennis Wells to Darren Wells, number 18. Now it's fourth down. Again, they're going with the first down inside the wall, and they're on the 6-yard line of the Broncos. However, the Broncos hold here. Has a big hole. He dives before the goal line. Let's see, he's not in for the touchdown, but he could touchdown to the goal line. And again, we might have the 5 yards, and that's what the middle provided by Terry Stewart. Junior, and as every left to go in the third. Sticks are being strung. It's going to go short. The Red Devil fans the Red Devils have the first down and goal at the 1. What a play that was. First down. Grand County Red Devils at the 1-yard line. What a play that was right there. Goal line. Short of the goal line. Second down, goal to go. No gain on the carry. The nose of the football just inches away from the plane of that goal line. 3:56 left to go in the third quarter. Grand County on the move. Second down and goal at the Bronco inch-yard line. Here's Dennis Wells, quarterback keeper. He's in for the score. Dennis Wells, a quarterback keeper for the touchdown. And the Broncos find themselves behind 6-3. A 1-yard touchdown run by quarterback Dennis Wells. Right behind center, John Knowles, as the school song comes up behind the Grand County Red Devil band here at homecoming. And the Red Devils have taken the lead 6-3, and a very crucial extra point coming up right here. coming on to kick the extra point will be number 54, James Leach. The kick is high enough, it's long enough, and it's good. Check that, Lamont Backus kicked the extra point, number 14. We had been told that number 54, James Leach, was the kicker. Number 14, Lamont Backus kicks the extra point, a very nice looking kick. And that was a very crucial extra point, and it's good. 7-3 Red Devils with 3:46 left to go in the third quarter. Impressive drive by the Grand County Red Devils. The Broncos will be back to return, and look out for Delton Pugh. He has already returned 2 for touchdowns this year from 80 and 85 yards away. Jens Nielsen, Paul Skinny Nielsen, and Delton Pugh are back as Paul McDonald is ill with the flu in this ball game. Skinny Nielsen has it at the 20, and he has nowhere to go. A lot of red shirts there, and Skinny Nielsen goes backwards to the 15 before he stopped there by a host of Red Devils, and the Red Devils are fired up. 3:38 left to go in the third quarter. San Juan starts 1st and 10 on their own 13-yard line. Broncos on the first play from scrimmage, handoff to big Larry Turk, running to the outside, has nowhere to go, and he stopped out of bounds. Almost a piling on there by Halstead, but he just got in under the flag. Larry Turk with little or no gain going to the outside. The Red Devils are fired up here, and San Juan really needs to put together a drive here to quiet the crowd. Big crowd here at Grand County High School in Moab. No gain for Larry Turk. 2nd down and 10 for San Juan at their own 13-yard line, and they need to move the football here. John Raymond drops back to pass, looks out to the far side for Todd Black, almost intercepted by Paul Halstead. Todd Black got one hand on it, tipped it up into the air, and left defensive cornerback Paul Halstead almost ran under the football, and if he would have had the football, that would have been an easy 6 for the Red Devils. Raymond now 3 out of 9 passing. 7-3 Red Devils. 3rd down and 10 yards to go for San Juan at their own 13-yard line, and Raymond has to be careful here to not throw an interception. Red Devils drop back in a prevent defense. Raymond drops back to pass. Big rush is on, and Raymond has to release it before Todd Black is ready for the pass. Fine pass rush by the Red Devils, and the Broncos will be forced to punt. 4th down and 10 from their own 13-yard line. And Corwin Yazzie comes on, and he needs to really get off a boomer here, or the Red Devils are going to have excellent field position. Back to receive for the Red Devils will be Travis Robertson and Donnie Wells. Yazzie gets a good snap, gets off a nice high deep kick. Going back is Donnie Wells, it's over his head. Takes a Bronco hop down the 40-yard line. Jensen wins it there, excellent kick. And it goes over the head of dangerous return man Donnie Wells. They were standing around midfield, return man up the Red Devils, and Yazzie kicked it over their head. 13 down to 40 yards. That's a 47-yard punt in the air for Corwin Yazzie. Good job for still good field position. Brings the Red Devils to the line. Gets the snap from center. Hands off to Halstead. Halstead bangs forward over a couple of tacklers for 5 big yards before he stopped there by Farley Roberts. Halstead, a 5-yard carry. He's carried 10 times for 50 yards, 5 yards a carry. Farley Roberts for the Broncos makes the stop. 2nd down and 5 for the Red Devils at their own 45. Dennis Wells hands off first man through, fumble, comes back to Dennis Wells, runs around the far side, he breaks into the secondary, has a lot of running room, he's down the sideline, and he's gone for a touchdown. Dennis Wells picks up the football after a fumble and runs 55 yards for a touchdown. No flags are down. Dennis Wells, quite an athlete. As he picks up a the exchange. Had a shot at and he put it right on Skinny Nielsen, throws Nielsen, and rumbles on the sideline. Dennis Wells, an explosive runner. Hasn't been able to use that speed much at quarterback, but sure used it there. 55 yards. Here's the snap. Leach gets the kick right through the uprights. James Leach adds on the extra point. And suddenly, the third quarter, the Red Devils have exploded for 14 points. With 1:59 left to go in the third quarter, the Grant County Red Devils have jumped out to a 14-3 lead. The Red Devils had an impressive 10-play, 64-yard touchdown drive. Followed that up, stopped the Broncos in 4 plays. And then the big explosive run, 55 yards by Dennis Wells. James Leach, who is number 14, not 54, has tacked on both extra points. And suddenly it's 14-3 Red Devils. Broncos back to receive again. Jens Nielsen, Delton Pugh, and Skinny Nielsen. This is a very high short kick taken by Delton Pugh. He's up to the 30-yard line, hit hard at the 34, and stopped there. Good hard running by Delton Pugh. He knew he was going to get hit, but ran right into the coverage and got as much yardage as he possibly could. Up to the 35 is where they'll mark it. San Juan starts 1st and 10. And the Red Devils have suddenly exploded here in the second half. And the Broncos have to pick up some first downs and move the football here. The Red Devils have been keying on Larry Turk. Turk has carried 6 times for 6 yards. 1st and 10. Raymond drops back to pass. Fires out for Jens Nielsen. He has it. Short yardage. Jens Nielsen is short of the first down, but he'll pick up about 7 yards on the catch. Little quick flip out to Jens Nielsen, and that's good for, let's call that an 8-yard pickup. No, let's mark it 9 yards. Excuse me. 2nd down and 1. 9-yard pass play from John Raymond to Jens Nielsen, who has caught 3 passes for a total of 40 yards. Very effective pass play there. Doesn't get that much yards, but very effective indeed. 2nd down and 1 now for San Juan, a down that they can kind of play with. Theron Yoakum goes in motion to the far side, handoff up the middle, Larry Turk, a lot of room, he breaks into the secondary, fumbles the football, and the Red Devils think they have it. Larry Turk gained 10 yards as he exploded up the middle. That looked like he lost the football. Let's see if Turk fell on his own fumble or if the Red Devils got it back. The Broncos have the football. Larry Turk recovers his own fumble. 10-yard pickup for Larry Turk. By far the biggest carry of the game for Turk, who has been pretty much stifled so far in this game. The Red Devils have been scouting the Broncos and saw that Turk is the big fullback that gets the big yards. And they have had several Red Devils right on Turk as soon as he gets the football. But this time Turk explodes for 10 yards and a first down. Fumbles, but got his own fumble back. 1st and 10 now for San Juan in Red Devil territory at the 45. John Raymond calling signals, drops back to pass, fires out into the flat to Delton Pugh, in and out of Pugh's hands, incomplete. 2nd down and 10 for San Juan at the Red Devil 45. Only 27 seconds left to go in the third quarter of play. The Red Devils have jumped out to a 14-3 lead. A beautiful 10-play drive and then an explosive 55-yard run by Dennis Wells. On 2nd down and 10 now, Raymond hands off to Jeff Nielsen, has some running room, picks up about 4 yards down to the 30 or the 41 line of Nielsen has carried 6 times for a total of 26 yards. Third down and 6, and a big third down play here for San Juan High School. Raymond is 4 of 12 passing. And look for Jens Nielsen, who's to the near side. And there's the game in the third quarter of play. End of 3 quarters of play, the score. The Grand County 14, the San Juan Broncos 3. I'm Jeff Marcel reporting for 79 KUTA. The San Juan Broncos are faced with a very crucial 3rd and 6 as we switch sides of the football field and get set for the 4th and final quarter of play. The Broncos with very little offense in the 3rd quarter. They only have one series of 4 plays and punts. The Red Devils shoot up the quarter, but the Broncos have the ball to start out the 4th quarter here. 3rd and 6. Raymond gets away. Big first down at the 15 of Grant County. Big play by John Raymond. The blitz was on. Raymond looked like he might be sacked in the backfield. Raymond got away, rolled to the far side, and fired downfield and hit Todd Black, who was all alone in the middle of the field. A big pass play. Goes from the 44 down to the 15. 29-yard pass play to Todd Black. Big play by scrambling John Raymond, and the Broncos are now in business. First down at the Red Devil 15-yard line. 29-yard line. Jeff Nielsen, he fumbled. Big pile up. Official indication the Red Devils think they have. No official indication yet. Still no official indication. And the Broncos are back again. Broncos have the football. Jeff Nielsen got good yardage. He got 4 yards on the carry. Fumbled the football, and luckily for the Broncos, got it back. Look for a minute as if the Red Devils might have second down for San Juan High School. 6 yards to go. Red Devils long count. And first man through, Larry right straight. A couple of tackles for 2 yards inside the 10-yard line. A 2-yard carry for Larry Turner. 10:44 third down, 6 yards to go for San Juan at the 9-yard line of the Red Devils. We've got to figure the Broncos have 2 shots at it here. 3rd and 6 from the 9. The Grand County Red Devils. Jens Nielsen has got the first down inside. To Jens Nielsen, I believe. Yes, it was. Nielsen has turned on the speed. Got the first down, I believe. Indication of bad angle. And you can see how Jens Nielsen got an effective play. However, for the Broncos, it is a first down from about the 9 to about the 6-yard pickup. It's a 4th reception for Jens Nielsen, the 6th completion for Raymond. Broncos end up to Jeff. Has a big hole. He's in the Jeff Nielsen, right tackle of the San Juan Broncos. Mark Guyman and Perry Berenson, the right guard, had a big hole, and Jeff Nielsen dives across the goal line for the touchdown for the San Juan Broncos. A 4-yard touchdown run for Jeff Nielsen. A 5'10", 155 junior, 32. That makes the score 14-9. Very important extra point here. Put down by Raymond. Big extra point there. Through. And the score now, San Juan with 10. Red Devils with 10-15. Red Devils 14. San Juan Broncos 10. I'm John reporting for 79 KUTA. Gary Berenson, 6'3", 190 senior, the right guard. Mark Dunn, 6'3", 180-pound senior, the right tackle. Opening up the hole for Jeff Nielsen. Picked up the game. Stacy Ozzie takes up for San Juan High School at the 40. Left-footed kicker will get set to kick away to Travis Robertson and Donnie Wells. That was a big touchdown drive for the San Juan Broncos. 9 plays started on their own 34. Yazzie kicks a low liner, takes a bounce right to behind Paul Halstead. He's cut a nice defensive tackle. Norman Black, number 81, makes the stop for San Juan, and a fine tackle. 12-6 to go in the ball game. The Red Devils will start first and 10 on the 33-yard line. Still a pretty good field position. Dennis Wells brings the backs up. It's a quarterback keeper. Has a lot of by Dennis Wells. You've got to keep an eye on him. He's got a lot of speed, and you can't let him break away. 6-yard pickup on the quarterback sneak for Dennis Wells, who, as we know, is a fine runner. He had that 55-yard Dennis Wells has 79 yards rushing, only 5 carries. Second down and 4, handoff to the middle to Donnie Wells. Wells picks up a couple of yards before being stopped there. Number 74, logging things on the middle. Donnie Wells will pick up a couple of yards on the carry. That brings up a third and short situation, 3rd and 1 yard to go for Grant County. And the ball is resting on their own 41. 8:56 to go in the ball game. Dennis Wells, quarterback keeper, and he has the first down, 20 more to score. Again, Perry Berenson makes the stop for San Juan, but Dennis Wells picks up good yardage, about 7 more yards. And that play is working very effectively. Dennis Wells just plunging up the middle on the quarterback sneak. 11th first down for the Red Devils. And suddenly Dennis Wells has really been display. In 6 carries, he has 86 yards rushing. He has taken over the leadership in the rushing category. Most of that was on the 55-yard touchdown run. First and 10 for the Red Devils, moving midfield. A long count comes off to Donnie Wells. He breaks through the secondary, breaks to the outside. Big running room, has the first down inside the Bronco 40 down to the 38. Fine run by Donnie Wells. That's a 14-yard pickup for Donnie Wells. And he now has 99 yards rushing and 24 carries. The San Juan Broncos are stepping up on defense here. They can't relinquish another touchdown. They're down 14-10 with 3:07 left to go in the fourth quarter. First and 10 for the Red Devils. And out to Donnie Wells, cuts to the outside, runs a couple of yards. Delta View and Perry Berenson bring Wells down at the 35. Wells picks up 3 yards. That puts Wells over the 100-yard mark. In 25 carries, Wells has 102 yards. Second down and 7 for Grand County at the Bronco 36. Robertson comes to the far side, just a decoy as the Red Devils continue to bang it away on the ground. Donnie Wells again up the middle for a couple of yards. In there on the stop, Robertson's had a busy night. Perry Berenson, also Craig Swenson. In there. 2-yard carry this time for Wells. And that brings up a 3rd down and 5 yards to go for the Red Devils at the Bronco 34. Clock working against the Broncos. 7:02 left to go in the ball game. Dennis Wells hands off to Donnie Wells, and Donnie Wells is up near the first down at the 30. Brought down on the shoulder pads and long return by David Black, a fine unassisted tackle by David Black, the right defensive end, 5'11", 150-pound junior, number 33, and he is short of the first down. It's 4th down and 1. That was a 4-yard carry for Donnie Wells. Quite a workhorse. Donnie Wells has carried the football 27 times. It's 4th down and 1. The Red Devils are going for it. Dennis Wells to the big run on the line of scrimmage. They will be very close. Instead fell forward for a yard. That's all. Fine defensive pressure there. This will be another close one. I haven't seen a game that there have been so many close plays and so many measurements in a ball game. This is another measurement. Timeout on the field. Another crucial measurement on 4th down. Again, if it's short, the Red Devils have the ball. If the Red Devils have it, they continue their drive. And it's very close. They've got to get down and take a closer look at it. It's within a matter of just inches. It's within an eyelash. Big controversy now as both captains want to take a look at it. And now they say first down. First down for the Red Devils, and the Broncos are upset. Coach Bayless and Coach Swenson are on the field. They want to know how that was a first down. Boy, that was close, within an eyelash. And that was first down number 13 for the Red Devils. And that's the second first down measurement the Red Devils have gotten. Conversions very close. This one far closer than the first down by an eyelash. First down for the Grand County Red Devils inside the Bronco 30. A quick crossing pattern. Dennis Wells fires across the middle to Mark Richardson, and he makes a fine diving catch. That's a 5-yard pickup for Mark Richardson. Just cut his pattern across the middle and dove for the ball that was thrown down around his knees and makes the play. Dennis Wells is 3 out of 7 passing. Mark Richardson has caught 2 of those passes for 25 yards. 2nd down and 5. Quarterback keeper again. Dennis Wells plowing forward. Wells is down near the 20-yard line, short of the first down again. Farley Roberts is the final Bronco to get off the stack. Had a busy afternoon. Busy evening, make that, for Farley Roberts. Just a junior, 5'9", 140-pound linebacker. Wells got it down. From the Bronco 20. Red Devils still on the move. Dennis Wells on a 3rd and 2. You figure they've got 2 more chances to get this first down. Dennis Wells bootlegging it to this side. Fires downfield. Great catch down at the 10 by number 89, Mark Richardson. Mark Richardson goes high in the air and comes down with a catch at the Bronco 10. That's a first down, a pickup of 10 yards on the carry. Dennis Wells makes to the handoff up the middle, rolls this side, and it's Mark Richardson makes a spectacular leaping catch at the Bronco 10. They mark it at the 9. 1st and goal to goal for Grand County High School. Last year in Blanding, the San Broncos in their home game defeated the Red Devils 41-7. But this year in Moab, the Red Devils homecoming, it's a different story. The Red Devils leading and knocking on the door again. Handoff up the middle. Halstead looking for yardage. Looks like he might be down around the 5-yard line. Paul Halstead picks up 4 yards. For the Grand County Red Devils. Again, the clock, the big factor here, 4:08 left to go in the ball game. And the Broncos cannot afford another touchdown here. They trail 14-10. They have 1 goal line standing game, and they need another here. 2nd and goal from the 5. Dennis Wells hands out to Halstead. Halstead is stopped. After a yard or 2, that's a play there made by Greg Swenson, I believe. Yes, it was. Solo tackle by Swenson. Made a nice clean tackle on Halstead, but Halstead got 3 more yards. His fourth. Craig Swenson. Here is Dennis Wells rolling out to the side. Hands off to Donnie Wells. He's stacked up. He will not be in for the score. Not in. Dalton Pugh, one of the leading Broncos there. Farley Roberts also in on the play. Fine defensive play by the Broncos. Dalton Pugh and Farley Roberts stack things up at the goal line. And in fact, Donnie Wells will lose a couple of yards on the carry. 4th and goal. Well, maybe he didn't lose a yard. Let's check that. As we look at the far sideline, the ball is started at about the 1 yard line. It's and now the Red Devils want a timeout to make sure. Left to go in the Elk River ball game on KUDA, from other schools to stop it before making the long back home. For delicious food, try the Elk River KKB Engineers, South Broadway in KKBNA Consulting Engineers Incorporated. 2:36 to go in the football game. The Red Devils lead 14-10. Grand County got all of their scoring in the third quarter. And now we're trying to almost with a score here. Handoff. The referee, I thought, put his arms up for the touchdown. He just put his arms up to stop the clock. He is not in. Donnie Well, or Paul Halstead, check that, did not get in. And the Broncos stand for the second time in the ball game. Fine defensive work by the Broncos, and with 2:32 left to go in the game, San Juan is 99 yards away from the go-ahead touchdown. But give the defense all the credit. They held, and San Juan still has a good chance to win this ball game if their offense can break out from the shadows of the goal line. John Raymond calling signals, drops back to pass from his own end zone, hits Jens Nielsen, the trick play. Jens Nielsen got the pass at the 10, roll back to Skinny Nielsen, and Skinny Nielsen has a first down over the 14-yard line. Nice play by the They worked last year. It was ahead to chew out in the playoffs. That went for a touchdown. With a throw to the receiver, completed pass to Jens Nielsen. Jens Nielsen laterals to Skinny Nielsen, who hand off to Jeff Nielsen. As we got 3 Nielsens into the action here. Actually, they have 4 because David Nielsen plays defense, 3 on offense. That was a handoff up the middle for about 3 yards for Jeff Nielsen. 2:07 left to go in the ball game. Broncos up at their own 16-yard line. Still a long ways away from the goal line. 2 minutes left to go in the game. Raymond fires out to Jens Nielsen. A diving attempt, and Jens can't come up with an acrobatic catch. And it's 3rd down and 7 yards to go for San Juan. That does stop the clock, however, with 1:55 left to go in the ball game. I'm trying to figure out how to score that last trick play by the Broncos. The pass completion was to Jens Nielsen for 8 yards, and then about a 5-yard run by Skinny Nielsen. Broncos go up the middle with it. And now it's going to be short of the first down. Jeff Nielsen up the middle for about 4 yards. But here's the final play of the ball game, perhaps, and the Broncos want to call timeout and think about it. It's 4th down and a short 3 yards to go at the 21. The Broncos 79 yards away from the go-ahead touchdown. The score is 14-10 Red Devils. But if the Broncos cannot pick up the first down on 4th and 3, then the Red Devils would take over and just sit on the football and stall out the ball game. Canyonlands Texaco is one of this year's Bronco football sponsors. Canyonlands Texaco is your Uniroyal dealer. They stock Uniroyal tires to fit everything from small cars to large trucks. And for any and all of your banking needs, visit your local First Security Bank in Blanding. They're one of this year's fine San Juan Bronco boosters. Here's the play of the ball game. 4th down and 3 yards to go for San Juan at their own 21-yard line. They've got to get the first down to keep this drive alive and have chances for a go-ahead touchdown in the closing seconds. Raymond calling signals. Handoff to Jeff Nielsen. And it's going to be close, but I do not believe he got it. Big surge by the defensive line of the Red Devils. Jeff Nielsen stacked up there. And Jeff Nielsen will be short of the first down, I believe. Jeff Nielsen on the extra second effort plunged near the first yard sticks, and they're going to measure. It's that close. I didn't think he was that close. Nielsen will measure for the first down, and he is short of the first down by a good yard. But the Broncos wanted to measure and make sure. 1:25 left to go in the ball game, and the Red Devils take over. 1st and 10 on the Bronco 24-yard line. Fine run by Jeff Nielsen. He went for that first down marker, just came up shy, and the Broncos have come in on the short end of the sticks, the measuring sticks in this ball game. Several measurements throughout the ball game, and seems like everyone has worked against the Broncos. San Juan has been short in the close measurements. The Red Devils have seemed to pick up those crucial close first downs when the sticks have had to been brought in for a measurement. 1 minute left to go in the ball game now. The Red Devils should just sit on the football. That last play, a quarterback keeper by Dennis Wells, who has played an outstanding football game. And in my book, he is the MVP of the contest. Scored on a 55-yard broken play, fumbled touchdown. Scored on a quarterback sneak up the middle. Is 4 out of 8 passing and has over 90 yards rushing. Dennis Wells, a fine athlete, 6'1", 180-pound senior quarterback. Second down from the 20-yard line of San Juan. A flag flies, and this could be a delay of game penalty against the Red Devils, who are in no hurry at this point in the ball game. 26 seconds left to go in the contest. While we've got a moment, let's tell you some of the Bronco individual statistics. Larry Turt carried 8 times for 18 yards. Jeff Nielsen had a fine game, 11 carries, 43 yards. John Raymond kept the ball 3 times for 13 yards. Delton Pugh carried it once for 3 yards. John Raymond, 7 out of 16 passing for over 100 yards, about 111 yards, had 1 interception, no touchdowns. The 1 touchdown was on a 4-yard scamper by Jeff Nielsen. That gives you an idea of the individual accomplishments for the San Juan Broncos. Again, Raymond, 7 out of 16, 111 yards and 1 interception. For the Red Devils, while we've got a moment, Donnie Wells, 28 carries, 106 yards. Paul Halstead, 13 carries, 57 yards. Our game MVP, Dennis Wells, the quarterback, only 8 carries, 2 touchdowns, 92 yards. He was 4 out of 8 passing for 55 yards. Mark Richardson caught 3 passes for 35 yards. Darren Wells caught the other pass for a total of 20 yards as we try to get you all caught up on the final game statistics. 18 seconds left to go in the football game. Don't forget, next action for the San Juan Broncos will be in Cortez against the Cortez Panthers. That game will be Friday night, October 1st at 7:30 in Cortez, the 4th consecutive game on the road for the Broncos. The Broncos will play the Panthers, a team they beat last year 29-19, but the Panthers are having a good year this year. And they had a young team last year, so that should be a good ball game. Bronco fans get together and drive down to Cortez, support the Broncos as they try to break a 3-game losing streak in Cortez on their 4th consecutive road game. Friday night, October 1st at 7:30. A reminder for you listening to this on radio, the game next week against Cortez will be a different time. It will start at 8 o'clock On Saturday, October 2nd, will be the replay because of KUTA's coverage of the LDS Conference. And there's the gun, the end of the football game. The final score, the Grand County Red Devils defeat the San Juan Broncos by a score of 14-10. The Broncos got on the board first in the first quarter with 5:58 remaining, a 35-yard field goal for Todd Black. At the half, the score remained San Juan 3, the Red Devils nothing. But in the third quarter of play, Grand County put on the move. They held the ball for a good number of minutes, had a 10-play drive, 66 yards for a touchdown. Capping off was a quarterback sneak by quarterback Dennis Wells. That put the Red Devils out in front when Leach added the extra point. It was 7-3. Then an explosive touchdown, a fumbled snap from center or on the exchange from the halfback. Dennis Wells picked up the ball. It bounced right into his hands, and he ran the football 55 yards for a touchdown. That was in the closing minutes of the third quarter. Again, Leach tacked on the extra point. That point, it was 14-3. That was in the third quarter. The Broncos came back with a touchdown in the fourth quarter with Jeff Nielsen going in from 4 yards out. Todd Black tacked on the extra point, but the Broncos couldn't score again after that. And the final score, the Grand County Red Devils 14, the San Juan Broncos 10. Again, next week, the Broncos will be in Cortez against the Cortez Panthers. Friday night, October 1st, kickoff is scheduled for 7:30. The Broncos are now 2-3 on the season. They won their first 2 games of the year. Since then, they have lost 3 straight on the road, and the Broncos will be again on the road, their 4th straight week, next week in Cortez. Again, a reminder, the radio broadcast of next week's game against Cortez will be heard at 8 o'clock Saturday morning instead of 10 o'clock due to KUTA's coverage of the LDS Conference. Reminding you once again the final score here from Grand County High School in Moab. The Grand County High School Red Devils 14, the San Juan Broncos 10. For KUTA Sports and Blue Mountain Cable TV, I'm Jeff Marcel reporting.